Hi, in this video we are going to create eyeballs in Blender, and after that we will create an object that our eyeballs are following it. Hello, welcome to the Atre Graphics channel. In this channel we are going to teach you how to work with a series of softwares. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get a notification whenever we upload a video. Now we are going to create eyeballs in Blender. So we hit X for deleting the default cube, and we will add a UV sphere to our scene. And we hit tab for going to edge select mode, for going to edit mode, and we will hit T for going to face select mode. We select these top faces and Ctrl plus on numpad. We can select more faces like this, and with Ctrl minus we can decrease them. Okay, we will select these faces and 3 on numpad for going to side view, and SZ0 for making these faces kind of flat. And with GZ we can move these faces, GZ, and 7 for going to top view, GZ again, and now it's good. We can use Ctrl R for adding a loop cut, and with S we can escape it. Now I think it's good, and we can delete these faces on top of our eye for eye retina. We select these X, and we delete the faces. And now we hit 1 for going to vertex select mode, and with Alt we can select these vertices, and with F we fill it, and kind of modeling the eyeball is done. And we hit Ctrl 3 for going to the subdivision surface modifier, and we can increase the render, final render model, and with shader smooth we can make the object smoother, but you can see here wrinkles on top of our eyeball. So we go to the edit mode, and from here we can, I lost it, this one, and you can see there is no wrinkles here, but these are, but it's okay when we upload, when we put a material on it. And now we had to add some material to our eyeball. So first of all we come to the material properties and hit new, and this is our base material, so we type white for it, and we will add another, and we call it green, and another for black part of our eyeball. Now we had to add some colors and some options to our materials, but let's put the materials on right place. We come here and go to the material preview mode, and we select these top faces. We hit green and assign maybe one more face, assign, okay, and this top face we hit black and assign. Okay, now we had to add some specular and specular tint to these parts of the eyeball, and for this part we can increase the roughness. So we go to the shading editor, and we select this slot 1 white color, white part of the eyeball, we increase the specular and specular tint, and we decrease the brightness to 0.07, and I think it's good. For you can see it's a little better kind of eyeball, so we just do the same thing for the green part, and 0.05, and for the black part we just increase the roughness, and it's good. Okay, now we had to add some details to the green part of the eyeball, so we had to change the base color with a texture. So what is that texture? I choose the gradient texture. Okay, gradient texture is kind of adds the detail to this part of the object, but it's better to we use these options of that. And now we had to add two colors to this part, because when it's one color you can't see the details on the eyeball. So we will add a color ramp, and we connect factor to the factor. It's not happening. Sorry. And we have two colors here, one black and one white, but I want to both of them be green but one of them darker. So we drag this color here, or you can hit Ctrl C on the base color and Ctrl V here, and we make this one a little bit darker, and we connect the base color to color, and you can see we can change it from here and it's better. But there is a problem, because the texture needs input, so we add a mapping node. With mapping node we can scale or change the location of the texture on object, but it's gone because mapping node needs a texture for himself, and we choose the texture coordinate. We connect UV to vector, and why this is happening? I think okay, this is good. And now we get back to this part, and now we had to add a bone to the eyeball, because our modeling is over and this is an eyeball. We can render it, or we can duplicate it and make another eyeball for a character, but we had to add a bone to our eyeball. So with GZ we move it a little top, and we need eyeball because our eyes are going to follow an object in the scene. So we trace side view, and we can go to the wireframe mode, and we can add a single bone here, and okay, now we had to parent the bone to the object. So first we select the object, after that we select the bone, Ctrl P and bone. Now you can see if we select the bone and rotate it or move it, eyeball will follow that. So we select these two, or just eyeball, RX 90 degrees and GZ. Okay, now we had to add an object that our eyeball is going to follow. We add a cube, GY, GZ, and we will select the eyeball, come to the constraint menu in the properties, and we have add damped track. And here you can see you can choose the target. So we hit this and we can click on the cube. Now it is looking down because in this part 2 it is following the y axis of the cube, but we want z axis, so we hit z, and now you can see if we move the cube, eyeball will follow that. But there is another problem, because eyeballs can't move any place. There is a limit for our eyes. So we had click here on the bone and we will add a limit for rotation. So we turn this on and we can see we have 3 limits in the local space and it's not moving. So we can turn this on and you can see it's going up and down. So there's a limitation for that, and we can do this. You can see it's not going too much up or down. So we set these limits for all of the directions. So this is for X. You can see this is Y, but it's over X, it can't rotate. No, it's on the Y, but in the X you can see it was following the we turn on the Y and you can see it's following here, and there is a limitation for that. So I think 35 and minus 35 and 35 is good for our eyeball. Along another axis there is a it had to be like this because it's not gonna rotate along the Z too much. So this is good. Okay, now you can see eyeball is following the object in the right directions. Maybe we can increase this one, and it's good now. So we can duplicate this eyeball, and we now have 2 eyes that are following this object. Thank you for watching this video. You can hit the subscribe button to get a notification whenever we upload a video. Have a great day and goodbye.